afternoon once again, and welcome to MYSD Spectrum. Of course, that platform where we amplify the impactful work of the Lagos State Ministry of Youth and Social Development. Of course, today we will be diving into the ministry's activities, programs, and achievements. And I want us to be reminded of the profound truth that the safety and happiness of children should be our litmus tests for all public policies. These are the words of Marian Wright Edelman. In a world where the future is shaped by investments we make in our children today, the Lagos State government, through the Ministry of Youth and Social Development, is committed to creating a society that, of course, nurtures, protects, and empowers its young ones. Talking about from groundbreaking child protection initiatives to innovative youth empowerment programs, the ministry is working tirelessly to build a brighter, more inclusive, and more prosperous future for all Lagosians. So, dear listener, join us on this journey of discovery, of course, as we explore the ministry's efforts and achievements, and of course, uncover ways in which you can be a part of shaping the future of our great state. Get ready to be inspired, get ready to be informed, and of course, get ready to be empowered as we shine a spotlight on the incredible work being done by the Lagos State Ministry of Youth and Social Development. One more time, welcome to MYSD Spectrum. Of course, as the show progresses, we'll be interjecting with traffic feeds to help you navigate effectively. Straight away, I will be introducing my guest on the show. Of course, joining us today on MYSD Spectrum, we have the dedicated team members from the Child Development Department. I hope I got that correctly. This indeed is a very vital arm of vital department, so to say, of the Lagos State Ministry of Youth and Social Development. They play a crucial role, in providing care and protection for vulnerable children, including those who are abandoned, homeless, abused, or perhaps have had their rights infringed upon. So straight away, I'll be introducing my guests. We're honored to have with us today. First of all, I want to welcome Mrs. Titilola Omole. She's the Deputy Director of Social Welfare. And yes, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Great. Okay, that's your microphone. Please, I would like for you to come closer to your mic. Yes, so great to have you with us on this very wonderful Wednesday afternoon. Also with us, we have Mrs. Rashidat Sadiq-Taiwo, Assistant Chief Social Welfare Officer right there in the department. You're welcome.
Thank you.
So great to have you with us. Okay, so, and the only man among the women, we have Mr. Olumide Arabambi, Assistant Chief Social Welfare Officer. You are welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so straight away we'll be delving into, what the department is all about, what you are into, what the mandate of the department is. So I'd like to first of all, just address my question to our Deputy Director. And yes, so what is the mandate of your department?
Okay, thank you very much once again. Good afternoon, our esteemed listeners. Could you try to picture Lagos, where every child that is resident in Lagos State is empowered to thrive, to achieve his or her full potential without any hindrance. So that is the vision that the Child Development Department is building. So in essence, the Child Development Department of the Ministry of Youth and Social Development is saddled with the responsibility of ensuring that every child in Lagos State, regardless of their state of origin, gender, or status, enjoys every right that is provided for in the Child's Right Law
regardless of
2015.
Regardless of their origin,
gender. Or status. You agree with me that our able governor,
yes,
Governor Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, is running a government that is inclusive.
Indeed.
And he's so passionate about children. So the mandate of the ministry and the child development specifically is to ensure that we safeguard the interests of the children. Children are vulnerable.
Yes.
And so we, as a department, we are the voice of the child in Lagos State.
The voice of the child
Of the
in
child.
Lagos State. Indeed, an amazing way to start off. So, of course, how does the department ensure that your services align with the provisions of the child rights law that you mentioned? I'll be directing that to you, Mr. Arabambi.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
In line with the Teams Plus agenda
Yes.
and the child rights law of Lagos State, we as a department ensure that the rights of every child in Lagos State is well protected. We believe that when we are trying to nurture a child, we are not just nurturing the child, we are building the future of Lagos State. Because
So, in
these
building the
children
future so
of
to
Lagos
say.
State, these children are our future. If we neglect them now, we will pay the price in the nearest future.
Okay. So, can you give us an insight into? Can we have maybe some of the components of this child rights law? A few people do not actually know what it entails, what it's all about, or what are the what are the contents?
Well, the child rights law of Lagos State,
Yes.
2015, as amended,
Yes, as amended.
has many sections.
Okay.
Apart from the one that deals with child development, we have everything that, apart from in the human realm, we have the fundamental human rights.
Okay.
Then we have rights of children.
Rights of the child. Okay.
And the Child Rights Law of 2015 spells out the rights of children, the rights to a family life, right to a name, right to
Wow,
education.
interesting. Right to a name.
Yes.
Okay.
Every child must have a name.
Okay.
They have right to education, right to family life,
Right to family life. Okay.
and so many other rights. One of the rights that we at Child Development Department ensure is they have a right not to be abused. They are not to be neglected.
Okay.
And that is why the government, Mr. Governor, on that Change Plus agenda, talks about inclusion. No one should be left out.
Living no wonder.
Children are our heartbeats. We are very, very passionate about them. The governor is passionate about them. Our permanent secretary is passionate about them. Our honorable commissioner is passionate about them. Our directors are passionate about these children. So what we are trying to do is ensure that we secure our future by taking care of these children as enshrined in the Child Rights Law of 2015.
An amazing one. Would you want to add to that, Mrs. Rashidat?
Okay, thank you. Like my colleague said,
Yes.
he has also identified all the rights. And aside from that, part of the section in the child right law also states where a child should not be used as domestic.
There's a part that actually addresses this. Okay.
Yes, that they shouldn't be used for domestic work, and
Okay.
even when you want to support your parents, it's different from you. There's a difference between you supporting your parents and abusing a child, physically abusing a child through domestic work. You can support your parents by working with them alongside with your
Helping
parents.
them.
Yes, helping them.
Okay.
But there's a designed work for particular age of children.
Okay.
You can't expect a child of 2 or 3, 4, 5 years carrying something that is heavy. Any work that is detrimental to a child's physical or mental health, it is an abuse. So we have different sections of the child right law that protects the rights of every child in Lagos State, irrespective of your state of origin, your status, and all of that. All the section in the law protects every child in Lagos State, irrespective of where you're coming from.
Mrs. Omole, now looking at the fact that this laws, state this particular, everything is clearly stated in white and black. I know we see that there are a lot of anomalies, standing them side by side with the law. What are the challenges of the department? What are the challenges?
Okay, in every society,
Yes.
well, people are bound to go against the law.
True.
They are bound to violate the law. And that is why all of these violations should not go unchecked. So we have challenges. And one of the challenges is that people tend to, they cannot really differentiate between discipline and abuse. So what they do is abuse children, and they will term it discipline.
Okay, so where does discipline become abuse? Where's the line? Where do we draw the line?
My colleagues mentioned something that
Yes.
there are age-appropriate work for every child.
Yes.
I mean, for children. So when you're now using a child as a domestic help, instead of using them and training them, that's an abuse. Then when work becomes exploitative, that's also an abuse. If a parent releases a child for another family to be used, as a
domestic
help,
yes.
and they are, receiving money or payments, they are being paid on that child, that's also an abuse. When you traffic a child, it's an abuse. When you have a carnal knowledge of a child, is an abuse. When you beat a child excessively, it's also an abuse. So abuse are in various forms. It can either be physical, it can be sexual, even emotional. When you neglect a child, you bring a child to the world and you refuse to take full responsibility on that child, refuse to provide all the basic necessities of the child, you're abusing the child.
Okay, and how has the department, responded to these issues?
Oh, very well. Once we have a report that a child is being abused anyway, even if it's just a suspicion, we swing into action immediately. So when we will go to the area.
Okay.
So when we go there, what we want to go and do is to first of all do initial assessment.
Okay.
We want to see whether it is the risk is low, medium, or high.
Okay.
So when we see that it is low, so we will call the parents.
When is it timed low?
Okay, that's like we said that they are seeing discipline. Seeing abuse as discipline.
Yes.
So we'll call their attention to it. We do social investigation. Then, if we see that it's just ignorance, they're not able to differentiate between the two, then we cancel them. We cancel the child also. But if the abuse is medium or high, what we do is to remove the child from that unsafe environment.
Okay.
Then we'll place the child in any of the government-approved shelters scattered across the states. So the ministry is also in charge of these approved shelters.
Okay.
So we regulate their activities. So that's what we do. We ensure that the child is removed from there until the child is stabilized.
Okay.
Then
but the shelters are not under your purview. Are they under your purview also?
We supervise the children.
The children there. Okay, great. And talking about you talked about abuse, and I know. From facts and studies have shown that abuse begets abuse. A parent who perhaps when they were younger was disciplined, he or she might feel that this is the best way to handle my child, and why are you coming to poke your nose? So how do you, handle such situations? How do you address such situations?
Okay, there is one of the programs of the department is to organize programs.
Okay.
We do like town hall meetings where we do better parenting. We try and sensitize the parents, the guidance, and all other stakeholders in the community on how best to raise their children. Everything is not about beating. Everything is not about punishing the child. You correct the child in love. There are bound to be offenses.
True.
So correction should be done in love. So that if it goes unchecked, then the child knows that this is an anomaly.
Yes.
I shouldn't do it again. Then also, when you leave an abuse unaddressed, then the child thinks that is the norm. So he or she goes on to become a dysfunctional adult. So he also becomes an abuser. He becomes a bully. So the cycle continues. And that is why the government is saying no. We have to address it now before it gets out of hand.
Okay. Mr. Arabambi, I was switching my attention to you. Of course, I know, the Deputy Director mentioned, one of the things she spoke about, things she mentioned was child trafficking. And I know we actually have agencies who, that is their mainstay, that's what their main focus is. So how do you, collaborate with other stakeholders? I know you'd mentioned the parents. I know the parents are stakeholders. But, other agencies, it's all part of a set within a set. So how do you collaborate, even on the state level and on the federal level?
On the state level,
yes,
we have meetings.
Okay.
There are meetings that they invite relevant stakeholders.
Okay.
The
As
one you
regards
mentioned,
child's rights.
As
and all
regards
that.
child's rights,
Okay.
there are so many agencies that work together with us.
Okay.
So when we meet at these meetings, we discuss issues that pertain to children. And there we identify the problems.
Okay.
We try to provide solutions to the problems. Then we think outside the box. Who are those that will assist us to achieve this aim? And of course, what we try to avoid, because somewhere in the law they say ignorance is not an excuse.
True. True.
So in order to enlighten people, we have different programs. And one of them is the one we are having at the moment. We are trying to enlighten Lagosians so that when they see something, hear something,
They can
they
say
have to
something.
do, say something. So that is one of the things we do too.
True.
So when we meet at these meetings, our permanent secretary, our honorable commissioners, they have that network where we work with different agencies
Okay.
and we synergize together, because I'm sure Nigeria is working towards having the best child development department in West Africa
Talking
and in
about-
possible Africa.
True. Talking about collaborating, I know aside the agencies, the family level, the family unit, the family is part of a community,
Yes.
so to say. So, are there any other? Do you reach out to them? Are they also part of this, collaboration, so to say? Are they
Very true. We have what they call CBOs,
CBOs? Okay.
community-based organizations.
Okay.
So we work with quite a number of them.
Okay.
And as my director had mentioned, we have some programs
Okay.
that when we want to execute some of these programs, we reach out to them
Okay.
on a community level, and then they are invited.
Okay.
We discuss issues too. And when it's time to perhaps empower those that are vulnerable, we still reach out to them. They know them more. Because, communities make up different families.
True.
So this family setting that we are trying to build, we do it through communities. And the collection of communities is a town. Collection of town is a state.
Yes.
So we break it down to different levels and try to address the problem accordingly.
Interesting. Dear listener, you're on to MYSD Spectrum, and we have our friends, the team from the Child Development Department right here at the Ministry of Youth and Social Development, and we have been talking about the rights of the child and everything in between. If you are listening to us right now and you want to give your 2 cents, or you want to ask questions, you want to seek clarification, or perhaps you just want to give suggestions, or you just want to say something, feel free to connect with us 091-538-77127. I'd love to hear from you. And of course, you can also send a WhatsApp message 080-991-20777. And yes, a quick look at the traffic situation. We see that around the Lekki-Aja Expressway, movement from Lekki inwards Marwa is beginning to gather momentum. Marwa inwards Ikate, good to go. Ikate, Chisco, slow from Chisco inwards Salem, Jakonde roundabout, Igbo Efon, Chevron, second toll gate, good to go. Second toll gate inwards Eleganza gets slow, and Eleganza inwards Ikota, VGC, landmark Ilaje, still in good shape. The return journey from Ilaje all the way down to Marwa is looking good to go. So if you're headed in that direction, of course, that's the state of things on that end. All right, back to our discussion. This time, Mrs. Sadiq-Taiwo, I'll be, just asking you this. Now, just for our listeners to have a clearer understanding, now, what can you describe the types of support services that your department provides for vulnerable children, including those maybe trauma, abuse, and all that? Let's just take them.
Okay, thank you. Like my DD earlier said,
Yes.
when we have issues, when we have reports
Yes.
from probably mandated reporters
Yes.
and people around, we refer them as mandated.
People in the
reporters.
community.
Yes, when we get referrals from outside
Okay.
about a particular matter, what we do instantly is to swing it into action
Okay.
and protect that particular child instantly. And then sometimes when we analyze the situation, we try as much as possible to involve the people around, the family members, the community, and all of that to provide solution into the problem. In some situation, when we notice that the parents of the particular child needs help or probably empowerment, we refer to the there's a ministry we call Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty
WAPA.
Alleviation. Yes, WAPA. We refer them to the ministry for help, for empowerment, because they basically deal with women, so they can support them and develop them. So what we do basically is to help safeguard the child for a particular period of time until they are financially fit and able to take care of the child. Then we release the child back to them. So we support them through empowerment from the other ministry, like I mentioned, WAPA.
Yes.
So we also prefer psychosocial support for children who are mostly sexually abused. We support them through that therapy so that they can be better and fit
so
to
you
go
have
back
professionals
into,
in your departments that's their forte.
Those professionals.
Wow. Okay.
So we also support them through psychosocial counseling and therapy, and then when they are fit to go back to the society, we integrate them back into this. But when we notice that where they are coming from is not safe for them, we advise or we suggest that they move them to another fit environment, because most times they don't return back to that environment. Do you understand? Because it is not safe for them.
Okay, so like a toxic environment, so to say. So talking about this alternative arrangement, the care arrangement, is your department also in charge of that? Providing this?
Like I said the other time that we supervise.
You supervise, okay?
The children while they are in the environment, in the shelters. There's another department that supervises the building.
The buildings, okay, like the foster care, or what kind of I'm just curious, what kind of.
You mentioned the other time that we are to provide care and protection. So what we are doing is to provide care and protection for those children. We have moved them from the toxic environment into a safer environment. We want them to be stabilized. So everything they will enjoy in the regular home, they have it where they are. And we don't just put them there and abandon them. We monitor. We ensure that all of these rights, they enjoy them. And that if it is about education, they still go to school. While they are there, healthcare services they're able to access. We just ensure their general well-being while they're there. And when it is time for them to be reunited, we do so as well. Even after that, we follow up. We call it human integration. So there's another department that is in charge of that.
So even after the entire episode, you follow up to make sure
up to a certain time when we ensure that now they are stable.
Okay. So how about instances where, because if you come out on the street, you actually see the children begging and all that. Is that still under your purview? You see the children on the street
and all that? It's part of what our ministry does.
Okay.
It's part of what we do. There's another department
because there's some sort of see that there's some sort of exploitation going on there.
Yes, that's very common. That's very rampant, and that's what we're trying to check. So when these other departments go out to do their own job, when they rescue them, we are the receivers. We are the one that will protect the care and protection. We are the one that will sort them out and ensure that they are placed appropriately.
Okay. Now, I'm throwing this to the three of you now. From your experience working with this department, are there some ways to identify, for parents listening now, early warning signs of abuse? Maybe, or someone in the community who you notice. Are there things we can watch out for?
Okay, I must say that child protection business is everybody's business.
True.
So we are all mandated to report when we notice an abuse, even if it's just suspicion. Make sure you report. So we'll sort it out. When you see something, you say something, and you can be ensured that it will be sorted out. So just make your report. You can either phone in, you can walk into our office, you can write a mail, to the permanent secretary. We'll sort it out. So all of these things, even as a mandatory reporter, as a regular person on the streets, there are things that you will know that this is not abnormal with a child. When a child is supposed to be in school and that child is on the streets working during school hours, that's an abnormality. So you look.
We see that a lot. Sometimes you see a child in school uniform.
People now are better aware. They're better informed and they are really responding. People, even if it is just a subject, they will just call us and we'll go there to assess. and if it is something that we need to look into immediately, we spring into action. So they should watch out for children, especially those who are living with those that are not their biological parents.
Okay.
They should ensure that they are not being abused in any form. So when they see that, they can be sure that their identity will be protected. And so they can do anonymous reporting. So we'll just take it up from there.
Okay. So you can whistleblow, and of course it will not blow back.
No.
I know a few people are always afraid of that. Okay, so
they have nothing to be afraid of this time.
So I'll just would you want to weigh in on this?
Yes, please. I would just like to add that if you notice that there's a sudden change in the behavior of a child, maybe a child that used to be vibrant, playful, and suddenly you notice that the child becomes withdrawn. And if you notice that the child is wary around a particular adult or someone, you can try to look into that.
So there's possibly something
is wrong. There are some children that naturally children are very vibrant, but if you notice that the child decides not to talk, is moody, is not playful, or a child that is supposed to be eager to go to school decides to start withdrawing, doesn't do the homework, or the academic performance of the child suddenly drops, there's another pointer that something is wrong. So as parents, as guardians, as well-meaning Lagosians, we need to look into it. As we said, if you see something, say something. We are there to listen, not just to listen, but to also act.
Okay. I have a question here. This person said, what's your department doing about online child exploitation? I think is that still under your purview? We know we also have.
It is.
Yes. So let's talk a bit about that.
Okay. In a week from today, that is next Wednesday, by the grace of God, we'll be having a celebration for our children. We are organizing an event for them. So the topic is, and the theme for the year is stand up, speak up, building a bullying-free generation. So it centers around bullying. So exploitation in any form, bullying, is under our purview, and we are trying every way possible to ensure that this is checked. When it comes to us, it doesn't go unchecked. For instance, my colleague here was out on Sunday morning. He was called to see to a child who was reported being abused. So we have calls like that every now and then. What we just need people to do, Lagosians especially, is to make a report. We'll sort it out.
All right. So tying it to that, so for, of course, listeners who want to get involved or support your work in promoting child development and protection, particularly in terms of, reporting cases of abuse or neglect, can we just have the contact details, how to get across? Yes.
All right. To call and WhatsApp.
Yes.
090 67 35 30 02. For WhatsApp only.
Okay.
090 77 333 426.
And that's just WhatsApp.
Yes, that's just WhatsApp. The first one is for call and WhatsApp.
Calls and WhatsApp. Okay.
Yes.
And once we reach out to that number, of course, someone would take it up from there.
Yes.
090 673 530 02. Okay, and that's for calls, and for WhatsApp only 090 773. Okay, that's the threes in three places. So 090 77 333 then 426. Yeah, of course. So dear listener, of course, if you want to reach out to them and or send can it be anonymous?
Yes,
some people don't want to just disclose their identity. Okay, all right. Okay, so as we wind down on the show, of course, what message would you like to share with our listeners? I know we've not exhausted this discussion. It's an ongoing thing, and I look forward to having the team back on the show. We have a call. Let's see if we can just quickly take this. Hello, good afternoon. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome. Your name and location?
Yes. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
Yes, your name.
Okay, my name is Babatunde Amushon.
Okay.
I want to make an inquiry. I don't know if I'm calling the right number. Traffic FM.
Oh, okay. We actually are on a live show, and you're calling in. I thought you wanted to contribute, but of course I am
very.
No problem. We'll reach out to you after the show. He wants to make some inquiries. Okay, so what message would you like to, share with our listeners about the importance of protecting child rights and promoting their well-being? Deputy Director for this.
Thank you very much. So, Lagosians, you want you to know that we have a governor who is passionate about the well-being of our children.
Okay.
These children, like we said, they are our future.
Yes.
We are privileged as a department, as a Ministry of Youth and Social Development, to have a honorable commissioner who is also a youth and is so passionate about children. We have a permanent secretary that is vibrant. All of them are working together to ensure that our children, have a platform where they thrive without any form of hindrance, where they are able to achieve their full potential. So please reach out to us. Do not keep any abuse to yourself. Do not be afraid that you'll be exposed. No, you can report anonymously. Please reach out to the Ministry of Youth and Social Development, either by phoning in, either by writing to us, or just walk into our office, Child Protection Units of the ministry, and you can be sure that the case will be looked into and addressed appropriately.
Great. Thank you very much, Mrs. Titilola Omole, Deputy Director, Social Welfare. Also, I must say a big thank you to Mrs. Rashidat, Sadiq-Taiwo, Assistant Chief Social Welfare Officer. Not forgetting Mr. Olumide Arabambi, Assistant Chief Social Welfare Officer. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedules, to come give us a bit of that knowledge. Looking forward to having you on more editions of the show. I hope that will be, doable or possible. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Great. And this is where we will wrap things up on today's episode or edition, so to say, of MYSD Spectrum. Thank you very much to all our guests who came out, and thank you, dear listener, for calling in on the show, for listening. And we must commend the team right there at the ministry protecting and caring for Lagos State's vulnerable children. It is truly inspiring. As we build a brighter future for all Lagosians, let's remember the importance of prioritizing well-being and safety of our children. Till next week, see you on MYSD Spectrum. Of course, that will be another episode. We'll be talking about another aspect of youth and social development. Akan is my name, Akan Usen, wishing you all the very, very best. Bye for now. See you next week.